Hey kids, what's happening? This is Emily coming to you this week for our lesson called Unboxed. And guess where I'm at? I'm at the beautiful Port Williams.
My heart is beating for you. Your love is all I need. Another day, I'm gonna live it for you. I'm giving thanks for another day. Giving thanks for another day. Thank you for one more day. I'm giving thanks for another day.
Does everybody love presents? So I have a question for you. Do you like to give gifts or do you like to get gifts? I love to give gifts. It's great to get and give gifts. It's just fun. So in this lesson, we're going to see that with God, sometimes we get gifts and sometimes we give gifts to other people. So let's dive in. So today we are going to unbox some gifts. Exciting, right? However, these gifts are different than probably what you are thinking. You can't buy these gifts and you can't even choose them. You can ask for them, but they're the best gifts and presents you'll ever receive and get. They're gifts from God, and everyone has them. When we were born and as we age, we steward them and we will have them forever. And each and every one of us has gifts, special gifts, different and special. So what are these gifts? Let's find out. In 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1 through 11 says, "Now about the gifts of the Spirit, brothers and sisters, I do not want you to be uninformed. You know that when you were pagans, somehow or other, you were influenced and led astray to mute idols. Therefore, I want you to know that no one who is speaking by the Spirit of God says, 'Jesus be cursed,' and no one can say, 'Jesus is Lord,' except by the Holy Spirit. There are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit distributes them. There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit distributes them. There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of working, but in all of them and in everyone it is the same God at work. Now to each one of the manifestation of the Spirit is given for the common good. To one there is given through the Spirit a message of wisdom, to another a message of knowledge by means of the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another gifts of healing by the one Spirit, to another miraculous powers, to another prophecy, to another distinguishing between spirits, to another speaking in different kinds of tongues, and to still another the interpretation of tongues. All these are the work of one and the same Spirit, and He distributes them to each one just as He determines." You can't buy any of these gifts, return them, or even choose which ones you get, but they are all good. Why? Because they are all from God. God gives gifts to all of us. We're going to break down these 9 different gifts and understand what they mean. So for the first one, wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to give out good advice to your friends when they need it. It's like an idea that you've never thought of before. With the gift of wisdom, you have the ability to give revelation to someone of what's happening in someone's life and to help them and give good advice. Second one, knowledge. The ability to understand hard things. Knowledge is something that it's a part of faith too. It's about sharing faith. It's about sharing the gospel and learning from the Bible and knowing and really understanding what the word is talking about to portray it to other people and how people can understand it. Number 3, faith. The ability to trust God completely. Now, I think all of us have faith, especially since we are believers. We all have faith. And I think of this, you're running and jumping off a cliff and you don't have a parachute and you don't have anything to support you. You feel like you just jump off the cliff and then what's gonna happen? You don't know what's underneath you. You don't know what's gonna happen. But because of faith, you're jumping off the cliff and you trust that God is gonna catch you when you fall. And He catches you wherever you're at. So that's faith. Healing, the ability to pray for sick people to get well. You can pray for people and they will heal. Have you guys heard stories of people who don't have legs or arms and people pray over them and their arm grows back or their leg grows back? It is so amazing. God is never limited with his healing power, and he wants us to help, and he wants us to help others. Next one is miracles, the ability to pray for miracles, and they happen. The one who has the gift of miracles, they are able to pray over you. You can be miraculously healed with whatever you're struggling with. These people have the gift to help others with that. And the reason why we have these gifts is so that we can show God off, you know? He wants people to know about him, and these gifts show his power and his strength in us. So it's really cool. It's really cool to watch. Next one is prophecy, the ability to tell people about Jesus. Also, prophecy is something where you have a vision and you can see something that maybe is about to happen and you can warn someone. Prophecy is all about warning people, informing people, and telling them about the Lord. It's such a great gift to have because it's something that we can't do on our own as humans. We need the Spirit to guide us with that. Next one, discernment, is the ability to differentiate between right and wrong, and being able to recognize the work of the Holy Spirit. It is being sensitive to what's going on around you and responding to what is happening around you. Tongues, the ability to speak different languages. In our kids ministry class, we had a few kids. I was asking them what gift of the Spirit they had. One of the kids said, I think mine is tongues because I speak Spanish. I had to say, you know what? That's a valid answer. However, it is very different than what I'm talking about. You can know every language on the whole planet, and that is still not what tongues are. Very similar. Tongues are a language that only the Spirit understands. Sometimes he allows people to understand and interpret what you said or what others said, which leads us into the next gift, which is interpretation, the ability to understand and translate these languages. Sometimes people don't know what you're talking. You don't know what you're saying. Sometimes he will bring people to you, or you will go to others, and you will know what they're talking about. So it is very different from our languages in the world. It's a language that only the Spirit knows about, because when you speak in tongues, it comes from your heart, so it's your heart cry. So you can't buy these gifts. You can't return them, and you can't even choose them, but you can ask for them. Why? Because they're all from God. God gives gifts to all of us. Everyone is made with special gifts. So what do you think are your gifts of the Spirit? For me, I think mine is discernment and tongues. I speak in tongues. Everyone can have the gifts. Everyone. You can have them naturally, and you can ask for them. So what I want you guys to do while you're home is grab a sheet of paper and a pen and jot down what you think your spiritual gift is. Under that, write down what you think you can do with that special gift. For me, I'm naturally sensitive to other people around me. I watch for opportunity to pray for someone. If they're having a hard time, I want to be there for them. I want to ask God for his heart and his best for those people. I challenge you this week to do that with your family. The memory verse for this week is 1 Peter 4:10. God has given each of you a gift from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another. Okay guys, that's it. I hope you have an amazing week, and Happy New Year 2021. See you later.
Hey, Lemon,
What is it, Pineapple?
want to hear a joke?
Do I have a choice?
What kind of band can't play music?
I don't know.
A rubber band!
Okay.
You're such a sour lemon.
Thanks. You're the sweetest.
Oh, gosh.